And Charles, you can. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Save Club content drop and training on this Monday, February the 2nd. We're excited to have each and every one of you here on the call. And we're going to turn this over to our CEO, Mr. Charles Mui, out in Las Vegas, Nevada, which I assume is probably a little bit warmer than the rest of us all over here on the East Coast, but who knows? So turn this over to Charles.
Yeah, Matt. No, it's beautiful out here, and it's nice. It's the first week of February, so we're off into a new month. And this Friday, we got our matrix checks coming out and our matching bonus checks coming out. So we're actually calculating and putting all that stuff together this morning. And so every Friday's payday at Save Club. So we want to make sure that we're growing those checks. So today we're going to be going into a layout of what we've been working on, what I've been working on for the last couple of weeks here, in terms of turning on a very exciting couple of co-ops. So with with our compensation plan to rank up, it requires two enrollments to go from a brand new affiliate to 1 star. And then to go 2 star, you need 4 personals in your front line and then 20 inside of your team. And there's some balancing requirements there, but it's about getting that moving. And that's a really important rank. The 2 star inside of our plan is a really important rank because it does one thing. It gets you qualified to basically achieve the highest part of the compensation plan. What we did with this plan was pretty dramatic in terms of taking the number of personally enrolled that you need to rank up and brought it way down. You don't have to go sponsor hundreds of people or even 50 people or even 20 people. You can actually make your way all the way to the top of this compensation plan with just 4 personal enrollments and how you build those legs. So this becomes really exciting when we start to create leverage and really do it in a way where we have a marketing system in place that brings prospects out. So what I mean by that is, we've generated our interest into Save Club through all the affiliates in the network, mainly through word of mouth. People that have been using the membership, sharing the membership, people that have posted on social media, people that have talked to their people within their network, and it's grown us, a global network. And now, as we've continued the training, we've got a great opportunity to start bringing in more interest through different sources of media. So by targeting on social media in a way where we're utilizing paid traffic, where we've identified a group of business opportunity seekers. And that's what we know we do the very best, is people that have experience in the home-based business industry, people that have experience in the network marketing industry, and they can really appreciate an opportunity like Save Club, where we've got driving points like our low monthly. We've got our VIP membership where you can participate for the entire year for $300. And there's just so many people out there looking for an opportunity that's based in value. So we understand our marketplace. Now it's time to bring that message to people and do it in a way where we can do it in a very scalable fashion and in a very targeted fashion. And with the Facebook media, it really allows us to target people with a certain age group, target people in a certain location, target people with a certain background, target people with certain levels of engagement. And this goes really well for like all the content that we have with Save Club, our Facebook group, our Facebook page. This is nice because this is this is a higher quality of engagement of a person. And so as we turn on that co-op, if you take part in that, or have people within your team take part in that, that's where you can start to get some really dynamic leverage. So let's just run through the numbers of duplication. As you get, let's say you get 2, And what I'm recommending is enrolling 4 people. Now, the way that the matrix works is the first 2 people you get, they'll fall into your 1 and 2 part of the 2 by 16 matrix. So you can't go any wider in terms of the matrix after 2 people. So then your next 2 people have to fall under those people. And that is uh, what gets exciting about a matrix is people start to spill over into the matrix. And if we can repeat that again, 2 and 2, and then it continues to kind of build this and pay it forward and create a momentum. And when you're in this type of plan where we've got a 2 by 16 matrix and we've got a power line system with our automated follow-up and the way that we built this as an online business. Also, when we set up Save Club, we did it in a way where we have such an easy to reach price point where we've got a free app, we've got a $19.97 membership, and then we've got an $80 enrollment to start your own home business. So the barrier of entry is very low. It doesn't require somebody to mortgage their house or learn anything new or get new lines of credit on their credit or debit cards. It's pretty direct. And so so the speed and the velocity of growing this really can help with supplementing your efforts and your training with the marketing co-op. So we're also engaging with teams that can really scale this up because the way that the exponential growth works, it really makes it to where having the way that it works is it can grow extremely fast. So imagine that you've got like 100 leads that roll in, and maybe you convert at 10%. So 10 people get started. Well, those people that got started, they also might want to take part in a marketing co-op. So that next push, as they get 100 leads, that's 1,000 new people entering in your group. And let's say they got a 10% enrollment. Well, that's another 100 enrollments into your team. So you see how fast this can compound between 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, and it really gets moving. And what we've seen in the past few years, running this exact same 2 by 16 matrix, having a low price point, and being able to grow, you can grow these types of organizations into the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions of people. And so this is what is attracting the biggest internet marketers and the people that have the ability to really move the traffic. So now we've got a solid base of affiliates. I mean, it's so awesome. We get to do these calls where we've got the energy of a live call. We've got 7 months of experience doing the in and outs of these calls. And now it's about optimizing the next phase of this business and being able to do growth in a way that that can really really start to scale. And when you start to see a power line and a new person gets started and they're getting messages of hundreds of people joining, thousands of people joining, tens of thousands of people entering in to the power line, and they can see that echoed inside of these calls. So having the type of energy and the live aspect, when I'm able to present this and show this to professional marketers, these are guys that have built the top solar company lead generation in the world, that do leads for nationwide doctors for weight loss. They do nationwide LASIK eye surgery, global sales of travel portals, but huge amounts for biz op, for job seeking. And it's a real big echelon of marketing. And what they've got is literally the ability to massively deploy. But to do that, to engage these professional teams, we have to have the right system in place for us, so that it's a win-win-win. Remember, everything that from a core decision-making standpoint at for the Save Club corporate team, it's got to be a win-win-win situation. The marketers, the affiliates, the team, everyone, it's got to work out and balance for everybody, so that we've got a model that continues to feed itself. And so when you're taking part in a co-op, having the right mindset of how to talk to the people that are earnestly looking for the home-based business, and being able to message them and share with them to come and look at what we're doing, so that it becomes very duplicatable. Because if a new person gets started, what they're going to want to see is, and there's a track running in their head. Can I do this? And when a person looks at any type of business opportunity or any type of income opportunity, be it a job, going to increase their education and going to college, or really anything, in the back of a prospect's mind is, can I do this? And when they're able to see that we've got money as a product and we've got savings, we've got the mass appeal, then they see that we've got training in place, we've got a community in place. Now that they see that we've got marketing co-op, and you can talk to people saying the same way that you got introduced to this business is the same way you're going to be able to introduce people to this business. You can message people with the recording message, with the video. You can utilize your social media. But when those ways of marketing are exhausted, it doesn't mean stop. It means continue to find other ways to expose new people. And that's where leveraging professional marketing teams really comes into play. But here's the thing. The barrier to entry to engage a team that's got top tier 6-figure programmers, that has a competitive marketplace where they can be driving traffic to really any industry. Why would they choose the home-based business industry? But then why would they choose Save Club? And that's where I'm going to work for everybody. Is these are relationships I've had for a long time. I used to run an affiliate network, and I'm going to bat saying, let's create a situation where when these professional teams of marketers put something into place, they know that they can leave it on, because there's a opportunity cost, there's a monetary cost, there's an energy cost for a team to really focus their resources here. And I'm demonstrating that we've got something extremely scalable, that when this starts moving, we've got a group of people that can duplicate and grow an advertising and marketing budget. And that's one of the most powerful things about network marketing, and this model in particular. So let's just think about an advertising campaign that a business could do. Okay, I'll just go into like some random business. Let's think of LASIK eye surgery. Okay, if you're a LASIK eye surgery doctor and you want to drive new LASIK eye surgery patients to your clinic, to create the creatives, have a team then market those creatives, be it on paid ads, on Google, on on Facebook, on Instagram, on running TV, radio, any type of campaign to get prospects in. There's a huge lift to get that going. And these marketing agencies, they work with one LASIK eye surgery place. That guy's budget is limited, and he's limited to how much money he could spend on that advertising. Well, here with our global business opportunity, with our product being savings and money, we're unlimitedly scalable. With our huge payout, because we have a digital product, we can put more money back into the compensation plan to make it all work, make it back out, so that when you get started, imagine you've got 10 people in your team who take part in the advertising co-op. Okay, and each one of these people spends $100. That's 10 times 100. That's $1,000. Well, that's $1,000 in marketing happening inside your business. So that is where real leverage can come into play. Now, imagine if you got 1,000 people in your business. they spend $100. That's $100,000 in marketing inside of your business. Where can a person running a business for $300 a year take part in something like that? And so that's why it's extremely important that that when before we turn on a marketing co-op, that number one, we have the right understanding of how it works, and we also have the right expectations. And so behind the scenes, we've been running traffic and we've been working on these teams. What I'm most excited about these marketing teams is they've got tons of experience, decades of experience, and millions of dollars of experience running traffic. And for us to understand and really get down in the weeds and say, okay, if someone comes in through this landing page, how well does it convert? And then how well does the next step convert? And then how well does our automation and AI follow up? And then at what point do affiliates put extra effort into that with a strategic text message, with inviting somebody, with just encouraging a person who's really looking for a business and share a testimonial of a product story, or use one of the pieces of material from the content drop to share with somebody. Now, when we're also bringing in people through a marketing co-op that's working in an environment like Facebook, this is where the arsenal of materials that we have inside of the content drop really help. Because as people come on, they join the Save Club group, they invite them to the group, they invite them to the page, and then they'll start to see the ads come out from other affiliates, and that really helps, guys. It's that accumulation of seeing other people doing the program that really says, okay, wow, other people are doing this. They come onto a live call like this, and they see all your smiling faces. They hear people from around the world, and they go, wow, this is actually an actual community of people here. And that is what's lacking inside of the home-based business space. That's what's lacking inside of our internet and social connections. It's that we have a series of drivers inside of our community that is extremely rare. Okay, because one, you can create leverage in a pay plan that can scale infinitely. We've got money as our product. Okay, we've got a compensation plan that can pay to infinity. There's other pay plans out there that don't have the sophistication of 5 generations of matching bonuses. That's huge. And any one person that can fall into that matrix could be the next superstar inside of the company, brings in the biggest nonprofit, brings in these things. So we have all these intangible X factors with our business that can really, make a huge difference in the way that you look at your residual income. And we also have something here that can build long-term residual income. Most internet marketers, most internet marketing affiliate teams, they look at a one-time thing. They look at and so if you're a internet marketing firm and you are reaching out into somewhere trying to sell LASIK eye surgery, well, let's say that you're super successful and that you get that person finds the LASIK eye surgery doctor and they get their eye surgery. They're done. They're done. That the doctor made the money there. The media agency made their money on the marketing, and that's it. The program it dies right there because it was a success. This is why this subscription model that we have here, and this is why the subscription model that other companies run, and I'm going to talk about, Costco has an annual subscription, Netflix, Peacock, Paramount. You see these companies that they bring in customers, and those customers take part each and every month. Well, that's the model here at Save Club. When you look at companies that are on the NASDAQ that are publicly traded that have subscription models, the public company marketplace values those companies much higher than companies that are just kind of one and done. Well, you have that working for you. That's what's working for you is the value of residual income is what can set people free. Creating enough residual income to offset your car payment or your house payment or your rent, or put you into another echelon. Maybe you want to eat organic food. Maybe you want to have, premium products. Maybe you want to improve the quality of your life. Well, with the right residual income piece in place, you can now, upgrade your lifestyle there. That's a promise that has mass appeal, and that's what we're able to bring here with Save Club. So the fundamentals that I'm laying out here, I know that we know this, but I want to make sure that we, kind of have a culture set where the valuable things that we do at Save Club and what we've built with a product, community of tools, within the compensation plan, within the global opportunity. These are drivers that are completely unique to what we're doing. And the fact that we're able to do this in and have the timing within the whole network marketing industry, within the whole home-based business industry, there's a major gap. There's a big lack in a real opportunity and and the amount of people seeking it. And so when there's a problem, like a lot of people looking for a way to earn extra income and there not being an opportunity, well, then we solve that problem and we can all make a lot of money together. So by continuing to develop our product line and get the Save Club membership, get our exclusive deals to a point where it just becomes self-evident that a $20 membership can save somebody more than they're spending, give them more savings than what's there. That's the connection. So it's going to take our collective team to get this moving. But I'll tell you what, when I'm speaking with these advertising teams, first of all, I want you to understand, I'm recruiting the very best. So I'm going to the absolute top of the marketing space. And I speak with different agencies that are coming through different referrals and leveraging 20 years of background inside of internet marketing to bring in the very best teams. Now, these guys, they don't have to work with us. They can literally work in any space, and they've got a magic power of creating campaigns and sending it to whatever they want and doing it at a very scalable way. So first of all, we have to match the quality of our offer, having the banking, the merchant accounts, the fulfillment on our side. We've got to be able to match what's going on there. And then we come with these intangibles like our community and the stories and the things that we can generate here, at Save Club. So this next phase of being able to put together a sustainable, growing co-op is probably the most exciting thing going on in the home-based business space, because our potential for hyper growth, it gets me super excited. It keeps me up at night knowing that anybody could create leverage with this business. And if you have never experienced leveraged earnings, it's something that you'll become fascinated with. It's something that you'll become addicted to, because the moment that you're getting paid on efforts that are not just your own, it changes your relationship with money. It changes your relationship with your efforts, and you start to think like a business owner. So there's self-employed people that can own a business, but a lot of self-employed people, they still have to go to work, and if they stop trading their time and their energy for money, then the whole thing stops. But when you cross over and you're able to create leverage and have a effort of other people, even if it's a small percentage, create a passive income, then what's to stop you from doing it again and again, and from scaling it up and up and up? And so to think that you could have a organization where you've got maybe four of the enrollments, or maybe you've enrolled, as time grows on, and maybe you have 20 enrollments, but that group is hundreds, thousands, or 10 thousands of people, and you don't know any of those people. You see the flags on their where they're coming from. They're coming from different parts of the world, and you see the bonuses rolling in every Friday. You see the report in your matrix, and you go, well, I don't know how I went from my earnest efforts to learn a program, take part in a marketing co-op, and put something in motion that grew exponentially out of your control, and you've got a compensation plan that feeds all of that. That's super exciting, and it does not exist very often. It's companies and opportunities come in windows. Okay, like I'll give you an example. Like the window for Blockbuster Video was when VHS tapes existed, and then that window closed and it's gone forever. The window for businesses where overpriced nutritional products could power you to super earnings, that window is closed because Amazon's come along. The value is there. There's more options for people to get high quality supplements, and anytime a new supplement technology comes out, there's like 10 other competitors that come out that same month, and then it's just a race to the bottom. It's great for customers. The value is great, but it's those opportunities inside of what made the direct sales network marketing industry great to earn income. Those have gone away. So those models are gone. But guess what? There's more opportunity seekers out there. There's more people looking for a way to earn extra income, and there's more experienced people that know this that have just never heard of Save Club. So our opportunity is even more valuable. So from a competitive space in the marketplace, I know where we sit. I know where Save Club sits as far as what our potential is, and now it's about getting this momentum really cranking. And when we talk about a numbers game, it's pretty direct. It's pre-enrollees come into the system, and a percentage of them upgrade. And the stronger our community, the stronger our offer, the more optimized our funnel, more people upgrade. And so that's the work that we'll tinker on here. But the exciting thing is that with this compensation plan, with this Powerline marketing system, a rising tide raises all ships. So as we start to see income checks grow, well, guess what? The global bonus pools increase. When we start to see more volume coming into the Powerline, that's something that you can demonstrate, and it becomes very exciting, and that's the type of excitement that can become infectious and become viral, and I'm totally committed to working towards that reality. That's going to be the case where the momentum really picks up, and the excitement level is high. I love the case. I would love to be onto these calls where we've got 500, 1,000 people, and in a short amount of time, it's the presentation, the excitement is transferred. So know this: a sale is a transfer of enthusiasm. So typically in the past, people that had to be great at sales had to capture all that enthusiasm and get their language and your skills up to a point to where you had to make a sale. Well, that's what the automation of what we're doing here with Save Club is about. But you can't fake that level of enthusiasm and community. And we've got such a great community here. And now's the time for us to strike across the board and really get this moving. So this doesn't just happen overnight. This doesn't just happen like you come screaming out the door and have a community and have a product. It's been a development now of of 7 months. We're actually entering. We just completed 7 months since the launch of the company, and I feel like we're just getting started. Like if we're on the journey of a mile, we're in like the first 100 yards of it. So, Dave, you want to share a little bit? And share the content drop and some of these tools that you got out.
Yeah, so he's talking about the ad co-op. So when you get out there and talk about the ad co-op, you're going to get a lot of people from other deals that want to come on board because the biggest thing they struggle with is getting leads. So I'm going to be putting together a lot more videos than this. Here's one though, just so you can see what we did, and then I got a bunch more in here that are pretty cool for the content drop this week. So. That one's pretty cool because it talks about the co-op gets some leads and then the AI will actually go close it. So I'll just show you some of the other videos. Wait. This is just a cool graphic here. I like that with the beach towel. Then we did a couple of those here. Get paid to travel. Then we got.
So, one of the first places that we're going to be focusing on our paid marketing, our campaigns, is going to be inside of Facebook. There's 2 billion users there that engage. We've got great demographics. That social media has been around for a long time. They know a lot about the people that are there, and so being able to work through this already curated data of who's there, we already know who to go after. But that's where these tools become more and more important, because it's a subtle way of being able to show the value and show the branding, so that as people start coming in, they're getting the emails, they're getting the automated follow-up, they're getting invited to these calls, but then they're seeing the groups, the recordings, the accumulation of stuff. And this is why you don't have to be this enthusiastic salesperson. It's the excitement and the enthusiasm happens as a holistic thing. And so the trainings, the components about how you put this out there, especially when you've got some Save Club material on your wall. What happens is you have prospects coming in, and you're able to message them, communicate with them, message them through Messenger. They're going to go check out who they're involved with, what's going on, and that's where having these pieces strategically placed onto your social media, it shows that it's one more branding point that really helps. So I'll let you go back, Dave.
Okay, so yeah, we got the beach sound. These are just cool, like static graphics, and then we got a bunch of. We should do that one here. So a lot of ones that talk about making money. Obviously, money always gets attention. This one's kind of cool. Especially since it's so freezing cold outside, everybody watches that and is like, gosh, I want to go to the beach bad. So that's a good one to use right now. Hearing the ocean waves. And the plain ambience. So a bunch of good ones this week. Just so you guys know, it won't be blurry on your end. It's kind of blurry when we share them on Zoom, but you guys can download it. Once you get into the drop, all you have to do is click on these three little dots and hit download. and you could download them right to your computer. So you could upload them on all your social media, or if you're on a phone, you could download them directly in your phone and then directly upload them into like Instagram, etc. So we make it super easy. A lot of cool stuff this week to make sure you grab it. And again, Charles, I don't know if you saw this one. So pretty cool stuff this week.
Yeah, and definitely, and having the having the materials to help continue to drive our community and drive our member base. The value of what we're doing, creating a bigger member base, is for the members, yeah, to get more discounts. But what this allows merchants to do is give us bigger discounts. This allows us to start onboarding more and more merchants. And what we've done over the last month is opened it up to where now businesses can fill out the merchant onboarding form, and I'll share. I'm just going to share that with you. And
I added the content drop in the chat, by the way, guys.
Okay, great. Thanks, Pete. Is being able to onboard merchants here, and we're now working with additional providers to help merchants with other things. So as Save Club is reaching out, we're growing our member base. We're also growing our network of businesses, and this is what can really help us enter new countries, new markets, new groups. Is being able to provide service to not only our members and give our affiliates a bigger opportunity to earn money, but when we're able to help businesses, a lot of those businesses will then come back and be bringing in their customers into Save Club, and that's a huge untapped place. First of all, working with business people that have a business and they understand what it takes to create leverage. When they see the Save Club opportunity, they get really excited to be able to turn on an extra income stream for $300 a year, and and be able to create passive income on customers that they already have, people that are walking through the doors, or a database that they're already a part of. So with that, guys, I've been talking here for about 40 minutes. These calls, these Monday calls, I really like to open up and hear from the different people out there. What you need, what's working. Love to hear the testimonials and share. So if you got a question, raise your hand and chime on in. Here we go. Natasha, I see you there. You want to unmute and
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey, fantastic.
Okay, a question. I have an issue overthinking. I might have said this 100 times. That's why I still haven't started much. I've been doing a lot of studying, but I was looking into I didn't open the travel portal yet, unfortunately. But when you say you get paid by travel, how does that work? Because I was like, okay, well, I guess I would have to go into the travel in order to understand if, the savings can't be found anywhere else, because that's what we're saying, right?
Yeah. And so, part of what's going on. So when you're able to have a laptop lifestyle, be able to run a global business from basically your cell phone, it's a powerful thing. For many years, like when I first started network marketing, I got involved in network marketing at 18 years old. And then all the way till I was 30 years old, all I did was travel and build my business. And I've always got to have the advantage of a laptop lifestyle. I do really love working from my home office because I got my computers here.
Hey,
and it's a great way to do
Hey,
it.
Charles, can I answer that too?
Yeah.
So,
Well, I'm just finished this thought here. So with having travel and the type of travel discounts that we have, especially in the elite travel portal, you're able to utilize that lifestyle and travel and be able to promote that. So The thing is, travel's such a huge industry, and there are people out there that they're just addicted to traveling. They absolutely love it, and they would love nothing more than to be able to travel and be able to have that laptop lifestyle. So if that's something that we can provide here. But here's the thing about travel: when you start commissioning travel, it doesn't necessarily work. You'll see companies out there that, you know, they charge hundreds of dollars a month for people to be part of a travel club, and those things fall apart because people want to travel when they want to travel. They want the autonomy to go where they want to go. They don't want to have to travel with a group or be stuck to, you know, a particular timeline. And travel changes very rapidly. Like, you know, you'll be able to get one rate for an airplane this minute, and then 5 minutes
Right.
later it'll be different. It's the same thing with hotels as well. There's many algorithms. It's a, you know, multi-trillion-dollar industry, so there's a lot going on there. So the fact that we're able to stack up all these travel portals, give people the best opportunity to get the lowest prices, and you know, promote, you know, travel and the savings that we got in a business that costs them less than $300 a year. That's kind of the angle that that go in there. But Dave, you have something to add to that?
Yeah, real quick. I was a diamond in the travel business before. And here's the thing about getting paid to travel. What you're doing is you're getting paid by getting people to join Save Club, not necessarily getting paid off the commissions of travel. But what you're doing is you're getting them into Save Club that can save them significant dollars. For example, I had my friend, his birthday is the 4th of July, wanting to go downtown Nashville. Well, 400,000 people were downtown Nashville. Every hotel was taken. I found a boutique hotel, very expensive hotel, saved him over $150 a night. And he couldn't believe it. And the person at the front desk said they never even seen this rate before. I show an example of Venetian in Las Vegas, how Priceline was $1,004 for 4 nights. We were like 400 and some dollars. It was $544 savings for the same room, the same dates, the same night. Everything identical, but the difference was 500 extra dollars in their pocket. Who doesn't want to do that? And the fact that we are layered travel. So what that means is we have our access where you can go in there and get travel discounts. We have our elite portal that has even more travel and even better discounts. We have our healthcare. If you have healthcare, there's also travel that you can book there. So you can actually compare travel on multiple different portals at once and literally get the best deal. There's nobody that beats us in travel, period, because we have all the up-to-date rates and we have all the biggest discounts, and you can actually compare from one portal to the next portal to the next portal to make sure you do that. So when someone comes in and pays $20 a month, or they pay an extra $29 a year for this one that Charles is saving, you're getting paid off of, the fast starts. You're getting paid off the matrix bonuses. You're getting paid off the check match. You're getting paid off of all these things. So are you getting paid to travel? Well, essentially, yeah, you are, because if you're making all this money by building your business, you could be anywhere in the world and build your business, like Charles said, his laptop lifestyle. But by just running this, and remember, this is only one part of Save Club. This is what all of you miss. This is one part. There's companies that have built billions of dollars and millions of dollars in sales just off of travel, and this is just a small part. But guess what? When we travel, I could also pull up all the restaurant apps. And now when I'm in a destination, I'm saving money off of eating too, where you're not doing that in any of these other travel programs, right? I could go buy clothes. I could buy my luggage set and get a discount. I could buy my outfits. I could buy my my cologne. I could buy my hair stuff. I could buy everything, my sunglasses. I can go buy luxury sunglasses for my trip. And so every aspect now I'm getting deals on across the board, where if you're in just some travel deal, cool, you might have got a travel discount that might not have been as good as us, because we could beat almost anything out there. But now I got my luggage, I got my sunglasses, I got my cool Hawaiian shirt, I got my Air Jordans I'm rocking, I got, everything that I bought. I'm going to Men's Warehouse and buy a suit if I'm going to go out to a nice dinner. Everything that I'm doing around the block, I'm getting discounts on. So you see the power in that? And
Yeah.
setting somebody up for $20 a month, they'll save just on one of those things. Like I bought a pair of luxury sunglasses, saved $150 off a pair of glasses. So that's how you're getting paid when we say get paid to travel. But
Oh,
when I'm creating this content for you, I just want to be clear, it's to grab attention. Somebody that's just been in a snowstorm, like I've been in Nashville, where people have been out of power for 4 days straight and it's 18 degrees, and they see a beach. They're like, oh my gosh, I'd love to do that. Well, how do I do that? Well, you could join the club for $20 a month and save hundreds, where your friends would pay hundreds of dollars more, if not thousands of dollars more on the same trip. Make sense?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, cool. That's all. I just wanted to break
So,
that.
and then, one area I wanted to show you guys. So, what's so mind blowing about the Elite Travel Upgrade is it gives us access to these tours. And I'm just showing one here of Vietnam. Okay, so this tour here, the price, the travel agent price, $1,810. This is like happens to be on discount right now, 38% discount. So this is a 10-day trip. It includes the flights, it includes the food, includes all the transportation to these 10 different days of doing it. Here's all the stuff that's included. There's boat rides, there's excursions, there are tours through palaces, there are jungle tours, there's cycling, there's visits to farms. So this is an incredible experience, and for a price to be anywhere, just to even exist, for 10 days with your food and everything for $1,121 per person is phenomenal. Well, the reason we have access to this stuff is this is what travel agents use. So travel agents, we have the access to the same place that booking agencies and travel agencies use, and our deals are sometimes even better. So there are people that for decades have run travel agencies. They get these tours, they promote them, and they don't sell them for 1,000. They sell them for 2,000, and they go out and they sell this trip to a couple or a people or to a group, and they book it right through this portal and they fulfill it to the people. That's not our model here at Save Club, but right, there are literally thousands of people that are full-time travel agents that use this portal to earn their livelihood and book people on tours. So, that is one way that if, you were so inclined to market these trips, mark them up, sell them, and then book them through here, you got happy customers and you've made your rate as a travel agent. But that's not really the model that I feel has the most potential, because right, just providing extreme value, letting people do their own bookings, and creating that leverage inside of here. That's what this compensation plan is built for. That is what is really exciting about this opportunity, is the fact that you could be getting paid on thousands or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people, for a business that you run for $300 a month, and to have the automation and the tools. I think that's a better model than being a travel agent and having to work with people one-on-one, and you're basically self-employed at that point.
Right, makes sense. Yeah. Because the lead page said get paid to travel. That's what I was asking. I was like, well, how did you get paid to travel? Is it commission on that? But it's just the whole Save Club experience.
Yeah. Okay. So there's one thing that we know that's never going to go out of style, and that's value. So right, bringing the absolute best value and bring the absolute best product, from the travel product to our exclusive deals products to savings at restaurants, by just coming to the marketplace with value and having common sense about it. It's like, is this a good value? Is this something that I would do? Is this something other people that would do? We don't have to to hide behind any fluff or anything, and you don't have to go learn some story to sell some berry or something. It's like the value is here. Customers in 2026 are very smart. They can research, and when they do their research, they're going to come back and say, "Yep, that's the best value. I'm sticking with this membership. I'm going to promote it and share it." So
okay.
Yeah, so pretty exciting times with with where we're at, and we're going to start seeing some tweaks. But I want the optimizations of what we're doing to come from the results that we're getting through consistent traffic. So I'm going to touch back on how exciting this is with having these massive marketing teams come in. we're approaching this in an extremely scientific way, where if you've got a landing page and you put 1,000 leads at it, and we get 100 opt-ins, great. Well, what if we tweak the page by changing the headline, or we change the color, or we change the button, and it's not 100 opt-ins, it's 120 opt-ins or 150 opt-ins. So let's say that we make some very subtle changes to the marketing and the messaging, and it goes from 100 opt-ins to 150 opt-ins. Okay, we didn't get that much better. On 1,000 visits, we went, a few percentage points better. But guess what? A 5% increase in conversion equal a 50% increase in the amount of leads that came into the system. So that's when doing small things and a 1, 2, 3% shift in conversion equals a multiple reward on the other side. But this can only be done when you have enough consistency of traffic feeding the program. This is why it's very difficult as an individual to say, well, how I want to test a page. Well, you got to get 1,000 visitors there. Well, if you're by yourself, that's hard to do. But if you're part of a co-op with the company, well, then we're going to get through those numbers really quick. We're going to make the optimization, and we're going to get it done quicker. And more is more. The more, as long as the sources that are coming in, which is what I've been doing, is finding the most scalable source. And then once you've got something working, it's magic. And that's like the big money fast. When you've got something that is growing and compounding in that way, and it doesn't just happen instantly, but we're engaging in this path of bringing in enough of the good traffic consistently. When the law of numbers and the law of averages work like this: if you do something long enough, a ratio will appear, and then you optimize that, and then you do it again, and the ratio will appear, and we get into a point where it is a sustainable thing. And the value of our community, the value of our calls and our memberships, these are the things that are intangible that other companies cannot just easily recreate. That's the work that goes in here that develops the real value, and we do it as a community. And like I've been saying, a community is a group of people that grows together. And so, having the awesome leadership and the professional teams coming here, they're recognizing what is going on here, and this is an opportunity for anybody with $300 with a year and the right attitude to get in and develop a team and develop leverage. And I just can't think of, or if I could think of, I would have done it here, but I can't think of a better way to help people create a business with leverage other than what we've done here. Okay, I see, Rhonda, I see your hand up. Let me see if I can ask to unmute, and okay, there you go.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I just have a quick question. I know with joining as a member, there's a 7-day free trial. I was wondering if a person chooses to, say, join the late travel the same time on sign up, is it also a 7-day free trial?
Yeah.
And now, are they gonna get both the 2-night hotel for membership and the luxury resort for the elite?
Yeah, so the enrollment bonuses for when you get started, the 3-day, 2-night enrollment bonus for the hotel stays, that comes when you become a member or an affiliate. And then when you join the Elite Travel membership for $29, we have another certificate that's good for and so how these are generated, why these exist, is the travel partners we selected that been in business for 8 years, and they pre-book and pre-purchase millions of hotel rooms, vacation rental stays around the world, and there's an inventory. So from that remnant inventory, you're able to identify places, and they're going to let you know, hey, these are the places you can stay. And that's how those it's extremely unique to have real awesome benefits like this, and that you don't have to go watch a timeshare. You don't have to do anything. You just follow the steps to redeeming. And what I will say about the travel certificates, give yourself at least a couple of weeks for travel. It's not like something you go and you can book that day. You go through the steps, and they're going to say, well, here's the cities with the remnant inventory, and then you can go pick the best stuff, the stuff that's most appealing for you. So that's only that. I think that's the difference is, because you're working with that program, it's not like you just it's like an instant process. But man, the value and the quality of these resorts and the quality of the hotels that are available with these, I don't know if we put enough attention on how great these enrollment bonuses are. Maybe that's something that Dave, and Pete, we get back with Sean, and just he's got thousands of awesome testimonials from these types of trips. I'd love to maybe show the value of the enrollment bonuses just more direct. So
I'm curious what she means by a 7-day free trial. We have a pre-enrollee, depending on what day you join, that will hold your position. It could be up to 7 days until our cutoff on Friday night, but we don't have a 7-day trial, so to speak, where you can use our stuff. I mean, you can get the app.
Well, no, Pete, it's not a trial in the regards of like you enroll as an affiliate, or you enroll as a member, and we offer a refund. If you don't like it, if you get in here and you don't like it, we don't want to hold you hostage. We don't want you doing a credit card chargeback. Just come in and earnestly take a look at everything. And if it's not something that you feel has value, we'll gladly refund you. So it's not a free trial. It's a risk-free trial. It's you get to come in and experience what's going on, and you don't think it's for you. We don't want to hold your money. We don't want to keep you hostage. That's that's just.
And you can keep the vacation. Correct?
And you can keep the vacations. Yeah.
I just wanted her to make sure she understood, how that worked.
Once we issue the certificates, we're not going to claw them back. Okay, it's just it's just part of what's going on. But it's a sustainable mechanism, and it only works because we picked the biggest, baddest travel partner that gets millions of rooms and a model that
go out and get 2 people. We'll give you $1,000 worth of groceries too.
Yeah. Okay.
Sandy's up. Sandy.
Hi there. I just got 3 things real quick. I just want to say, Dave, if you're listening, the video that you made over Christmas was excellent, and I used it. And now I just saw your last video about the AI, and I just started changing up my content to reflect with that video. So, Dave, well done. I really like it. Second thing is, Charles, in the video for the fundraiser, once people opt in and they get into that Google sign-in page, it says in your video, the best fundraiser for 2025. Can we change that to 2026?
I'm sorry. Yes, I thank you for pointing that out. And I'm going to show you. So, actually, this is a great. Okay, so let me make my notes here. So this is why we do these. This is why we do the Q&A. Okay, so fundraiser 2025 update, and then also we've actually built our form now. It's a new form redirect. So we rebuilt that form, but we rebuilt that form on our new AI platform. And so when people come through, they'll fill out I just need to change the link, and the new CRM platform, it just has additional communication tools, and it'll allow us to build a second page that speaks specifically to the fundraising campaigns. In fact, we can even put the phase 1 of the training materials right there. So they go from viewing it to being able to get their first training. So it gives the fundraiser an idea of what they would be doing to engaging, and then it'll throw them into the product where they can go, learn the product that we'll be marketing. So yes. Okay. What else about that, Sandy? Can I help with?
There's a couple spelling errors. I'm a little finicky about spelling, but I don't know if you want me to screenshot that.
Just screenshot them and drop them to my WhatsApp, and
Okay,
and
we'll do.
we'll
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah. Thank you. See, this is a community. Get better together.
Yeah, no, I know you have 10 million things on your plate, and if we can help out a little, I'm happy to do so. The third thing is back to the co-op. Are you beta testing this right now?
Yeah.
Okay, with a small group or?
Just internally.
Okay, and when do you think you'll be unleashing this monster?
Well, we've got our connection, so this month for sure.
Okay, I'm excited about that. Thank you,
Yeah.
Charles.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to get it out, but here's the thing. I want to move as fast as possible, but I don't want to run any red lights. I want to move as fast as possible, but I want to make sure that the numbers work to back out, and they're very, very, very obtainable to, but it starts with getting our conversion at the right spot, which gets our cost per pre-enrollee to a spot, and then we get the conversion. It's really just 3 touch points: our cost per lead coming in, our conversion rate, and that it backs out. And really, there's additional things that are coming in terms of additional products we're putting in for Fast Start. So when you enroll somebody at $80, there's a Fast Start bonus there. Well, if you enroll them with the Elite Travel Upgrade, there's more money there. And then an additional product that we're putting in, which is it's a $100 product, which has all the legal services, similar to the Legal Shield prepaid legal, coaching on how to take advantage of the tax advantages of a home-based business, also debt consolidation and education on how to master your credit and credit repair. So it's a product that has 4 things. Any one of these has extreme value. We're bringing it out for $100 for the whole year.
Okay.
That is a full Fast Start. So $60 of that gets paid out weekly in Fast Start. And so, so now if you're able to get someone's interest, cool, bring them in at 80. Well, if you can present to them for the Elite Travel with our enrollment bonus and that, sell them at the additional $30, which is $110. That's more Fast Start. Sell them the other product. It doesn't have to be all at the same day either, but you sell them at the other product at $100. That's more Fast Start. So now when you've got an interested person, we're able to bring extreme value with the products that people buy these products even without the income opportunity. Well, you're able to bring extreme value to those products, and then those Fast Starts come out, and those Fast Start bonuses are paid through 5 generations. So again, just another feature of this compensation plan that's dynamic, but there's a 20% Fast Start. So let's add this up. They got 80 for the affiliate enrollment and $20. You've got an additional 30, that's 110, and then an additional $100 product that we're developing right now. So if you enrolled someone at 210 and there's 60% in Fast Starts that are coming out of that, that's 120 plus 6, that's $126 paid out. I mean,
it pays for the conversion. Yeah, it pays.
That's incredible. So if you're able to, you get 100 leads and you get one person to spend $210 and you're ranked as a 5-star or whatever, you're able to get some money out, some immediate Fast Start money out of that, and that money
that makes sense.
Paid out every week. So that's the richness of the plan. These are things that we are adding on and inventing as we're going, because we're looking at it as a very scientific thing. Money is just math, but we're not running a money game here. You understand? Like, there's so many, I see these programs, I talk to these leaders, and they're money games. And it's like, no, we come with real value, people will stay. That's how you get the residual income. You come with real value.
I couldn't agree with you more.
It's there. And so, yeah. And so that's what, makes this really, exciting. And I love doing the calls here where I can, transparently explain this to everybody. why these things come into place and how they work harmoniously in the whole vision of what's going on. And I wish I could just snap my fingers and all just appears in one day, but conversion takes time, recruiting the right marketing takes time, building the real product, finding the real product, making sure they can deliver, activating the merchant account. These are just so many things that happen behind the scenes from a corporate standpoint that all of you get as affiliates, and you don't have to think about it. You do $300 a year, and you've got this incredible mechanism to create leverage for yourself and set yourself financially free. So, Astra, you want to unmute?
Yes, how are you?
Doing great.
Hello.
Yes, we hear
Yeah,
you.
I'm Aster from Ethiopia. It's my first time in Zoom meeting. I have two questions. Yeah. How long has Save Club been operating, and where is it legally registered? The
So-
second one is,
Yep.
how does Save Club handle market or business losses?
So Safeco was registered as a Florida C corporation. All this is in public record. Was it February of 2025? And then we started putting everything together, and we launched the company June 1st of 2025. And yeah, we're U.S. based, U.S. registered, business. So that's great to see that, people globally, when you want to see, what's going on. Now, I'm sorry, what was your question? That's when we started and where we're located. What was the other question then?
Yeah,
Okay, so
where, yeah, legally registered. Yeah.
yeah, that's where and we're set up to do business all around the world. So our merchant accounts are cleared to take in payments from all around the world. We also have the ability to do crypto payments. So really anywhere someone that has a crypto wallet can buy into and get the membership, with Save Club. Where you're at, you said what country again?
Ethiopia,
Ethiopia. So what's
Yeah.
amazing that you can
Eastern Africa.
you can be running a business in Ethiopia and you can participate with people from all around the world. And when you're earning dollars in the United States, I'm certain that our dollars here, get us this, but in Ethiopia, you get a lot more. That $100 US in America, maybe buys a couple people dinner, but $100 in Ethiopia goes a lot further. So this is so cool to have an international business where people in countries get to participate in a global economy. There was a book written, talking about the world being flat, and I'm not talking about flat earthing. We live on a big ball. What I'm talking about is economically, we've got a level playing field, and with the advent of the internet, with cryptocurrency, with our payment systems, you could be anywhere in the world and be building a business in the strongest economies and getting paid in your local country. And I think that's phenomenal. It really makes that laptop lifestyle go a lot further. So yeah, I recommend, even though we're developing our deals and offers and spreading it around the world, it doesn't mean the economy, the e-commerce and whatnot in Ethiopia is not as developed as the other parts of the world. However, your ability to take part in this business in an affordable way and be able to build and get paid globally, let's not discount that. And that's an important aspect, because I do believe that as we grow, we're going to see about half of our affiliates coming from the other parts of the world, and then half our affiliates coming from like North America. But that's just kind of that's planned, and I'm excited to have people from other countries being able to dive in here and get earnings.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Francine, you want to unmute?
Yes. Hi, everyone. Charles, I haven't been here in a couple of weeks, but good to see you all. Can you just go over the area on the regular, air, whether on the phone or on the website, where the cash back, like the 2% and the small amounts. I always have a problem finding it
Okay,
on
so
the phone.
Francine, you might have missed this piece here. So inside of your app, there's cashback, and you can see the different shopping. And so we do have a cashback portal inside there. So inside the app, you can see, if you click on dining or shopping or gift cards, whatever, you can see all the cashback that is there. And when you shop through the app, you get your cashback. We're upgrading our online portal. If you didn't get the message there, about I don't know, a week ago or so, where we pulled it down to upgrade it. And there's three main reasons why we're upgrading our cashback shopping. Number one.
Oh, okay, good. I was like, what happened? Because I was going to purchase a large ticket item, and I was trying to see if that that merchandise was in there. I was like racking my brains out.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I'll put up. Well, I thought we'd have it just live immediately, but what's important is all of the different tracking components. So there's three reasons why. First off, international coverage. Our global shopping portal covered 58,000 stores globally. However, it was impossible to segment, and so people in the UK or people in Australia or people in Southeast Asia, they'd go shopping and they'd say, "Oh, I like this, I want to buy it," and then it was not able to be fulfilled there. And so I was like, okay, how do we go through? And it was impossible to go through and segment all the stores into different countries or different regions. Secondly, on the feedback. So when someone purchases something to collect the cash back and then distribute it, it was taking too long. The amount of time to get settlement was too long. Now, granted, with travel, they don't pay the cash back until the travel happens. So that's just to let everyone know that. But I go, how do we shorten these timelines? How do we get this down to days or weeks instead of these longer settlement periods? So that's another big advantage there. And then the third one was it's competitive. So reaching out and people seeing what we were doing and saying, well, I want to give you more cash back. I want to be able to. And I'm like, oh wow. And I started looking at those numbers of shopping bonuses and enrollments. I said, well, these are big. These are this is additional cash back. We're offering the same reach, but in a better way. So upgrading along the way is just part of the course. And I've got 2 cashback shopping portals identified. We've got our deals in place. I'll do a big announcement when we put them back in there. But sorry you missed that.
Okay, I'm glad, because I just said, what is it, me? I was like freaking out that I couldn't find it. Thank you.
Yeah, you're doing fine.
Okay.
Ronnie?
Yes, sir. I just want to give a little testimonial. I just joined recently. Love everything I've seen. I live in Jupiter, Florida, so wanted everybody to know the office is real and in a real nice spot. So I know where it's. And David Dubs is the best I've known in the last 30 years for content and stuff. So if he's helping out with the co-ops and stuff, I know it's going to be a mega success. And just love everything you have here. Wish Pete would have told me about this 6 months ago.
Yeah. Well,
I
Ronnie,
appreciate everything.
yeah, it's great to have you on board, Ronnie. It's one of those things where I see this all the time because I get the phone calls, and someone will be engaged in the business, and I'll be talking. I'll be like, well, hey, this guy really got this movie. Oh yeah, so and so, and they go, oh, I talked to him 6 months ago. I go, well, you didn't follow up, and now they're in here doing it, with this other group, or they go, I didn't think he'd be interested, or I thought he already was told about it, and I get that all the time, and it's about that consistency of what's going on, and you'd be surprised. And I do this, like I'll go back to people. They saw a lot of excitement when we launched, and it just checked out of their mind. They don't understand how far we've come in 7 months, and they take a look at it and they go, "Oh, I didn't know," and then they get in and they get exciting. So just having that track record and getting it, everybody. It's just don't discount. Who's out there. Feel free to reach out, bring them onto one of these calls, because there's not a lot of good opportunities out there. And here's one more comment. Since we launched Save Club, I've had people that were part of Save Club leave, do 1, 2, 3 other deals that have failed, and it's only been 7 months. That's how in disarray the home-based business industry is. There's stuff that comes out, all the time, but having a community, and like I said, the community is a group of people that grow together. That's what we're committed to doing here, and just the constant, never-ending improvement every day and every way, getting better and better. That's the commitment coming here, and I love just matching the energy and excited people. And so new people, always great because they come in here with the level of excitement. So thank you so much for sharing. Okay, Jonathan, you're muted.
Yes, I am.
Go ahead.
Hi, Mr. Mui. How are you today?
Fantastic.
Nobody else asked you, so I thought I would. Yeah, I wanted to find out if you could please share with the ever-growing group, which is Save Club, about the VIP membership and what features and benefits come with it, and what comes with that package.
Sure.
Because I don't think a lot of people know about it or remember that it's there.
So when someone chooses to get started with Save Club, they've got different options to be an affiliate. One is $79.97 and then $20 a month. The other is $299.97, and that's for an entire year. Now, why you want to be having your team coming in as VIPs is there's an additional bonus that's paid out when people enroll for VIP, but to earn that bonus, you must be a VIP. But also the awesome part is when you enroll someone as a VIP, you're insuring yourself 12 months of residual income. So if you're build an organization, and let's say you got 10,000 people in your organization and 30% of them are VIPs, well, you've got 3,000 people in your organization that are paid up for a year, which means that you've got residual income from those people coming for 12 months. And that's really what we're all about driving here. So we wanted to incentivize the VIP membership by opening up this additional bonus. But also, when someone's making a business decision and they're saying, okay, I want to do this business, commit to a year. You're going to do something that's $300 for the year. You've got the membership. You easily save more than $300 with the Save Club membership. But it gets them committed and thinking more long term as well. That we live in like a microwave society now. Everybody wants instant results, but those are the reasons we put the VIP membership in place. But here's another thing we didn't do. We did not discount the VIP membership because we don't have to discount our already amazing value with the product. So we added to the VIP membership with a bonus. But for someone to go from an $80 purchase in their head to a $300 purchase in their head, it's not like incomprehensible amount of upgrade from 80 to 300. And to know that you can be engaged with a year, get the additional bonus, and not have to have any auto bill on your membership, those are the advantages of being VIP. All right, Jonathan.
Thank you. Yes. Yep. Any other benefits or features that come with the VIP?
No, that's pretty thorough. What I covered there. There may be additional things we add in, but thanks for bringing back that back to top of mind. One thing that we will be talking about a lot as we start to get more and more pre-enrollees, more and more new people looking at the business, is really reiterating that on the presentations and letting people know the value of the VIP. And you also have to know that people that join Save Club, they'll often join the same way you joined. So if you're a VIP, they'll want to be a VIP, which great. There's extra bonuses there, extra commission. And then you've locked in 12 months of residual income. And that kind of having that culture spread throughout your group is great. So I would say more if you're a strategic builder and you want to really be thinking about residual income, it's great to have people locked in to 12 months. And the thing is, we distribute that out over a 12-month period too, so that again, it retains and keeps engagement. Knowing that what we're doing here is constantly evolving. So,
And let's not forget the bonuses and benefits of the month to month, which does include the 3-day weekend trip to
yeah.
40, 50 cities, and everything else that comes with, the basic monthly membership is obviously included in the VIP program, correct?
Exactly. Yep. You get the membership. Yep. You get the bonus and you get the membership. So that's what's there. Okay. Silvio.
Hello.
Pronouncing that
My
right?
name is Silvio. I'm from Romania, from Europe.
Yes. And how do I pronounce your name? I want to get it right.
I'm from Romania.
Welcome
Did
to the
you
call.
ask me? Romania in Europe.
Understood. How can I help you?
I want to ask if you have sponsors from this country or from Europe.
We do. We have people all throughout Europe. I don't know. I have to search a database and see what's there. I don't feel we have a ton of people, which is a fresh market. I know there's some incredible internet marketers, from where you're at, but with Save Club, when people come to the company, it's best to just enroll with the people that are there, because the way that this matrix works, you can always find engaged teammates and upline to work with. So how you got invited to the company is important, and we always honor that when people are introduced through a line of sponsorship, that's the best place to be. But the support that we have is universal. And if you get started, I recommend taking part in our blitz90.com, our 90-day blitz, where we've got a very comprehensive training program and community where you can plug in and get whatever help you need. If you need things in your language or specific to your region, that's a great place to get the support.
And Charles, there's so many beautiful guided tours from right by Romania that he could take advantage of. That would be he would have so much fun. So I want to definitely look into that.
Okay. Does that help?
Yeah, I'm happy to meet you. I meet you from I ask a question to AI. And yes, that's how I find you.
Oh, great. Okay, cool. Well, if you are looking for an income opportunity, you plug into our YouTube channel, and with the YouTube,
yes, I'm already in.
Great. Yeah, that's a great place to really absorb information, and it can do the subtitles in different languages.
Okay, thanks very much.
All right, Paul, this is going to be our last question here. We're running right up about 90 minutes, but go ahead, Paul. How can I help you?
Yes, I want to thank you and everybody else for these calls. And the question I have is on landing page 27. My link shows up, but when I send the link out or send the page 27 out to people, it doesn't come up with my website, or it doesn't have the language in it to select.
Yeah, I'm going to show you guys here. So it's keen for you to notice that. So take a look at my page here. So what you'll notice when you click on Save Club Splash page 27, you'll notice that right here, this is the first page that we have on the Save Club AI. And so you can still share it. It does not have the language switcher, and it doesn't report like this is so-and-so's website, but you'll know it's your website because I'll have your username up here. And you'll start to see our first AI tools being incorporated here, like with this chat. And so as we continue developing the new landing pages on this system and really empowering the AI and this database and the CRM that's here, we're going to switch over all the different pages. So that feature and what he's talking about is like on these other pages, you'll see that it has a language switcher right here, and we don't have that on certain pages just quite yet, like this one. So yeah, we're aware of that. We're aware of that, and it's an additional platform. You might not have caught that, but that's what that's part of the never-ending improvement we got going on here. But it'll still work. And when someone fills out this form, all the automation takes place. The prospect gets ported through an API right back to the same piece. It gets forwarded right into the tour. So everything's working properly. We just don't have the language switcher up.
Yeah, I just double checked it, Charles. It has the link up there. Paul, if you go to the top, you'll see your name, your username and stuff in there. Pretty cool. It's got AI.
Okay, great. Okay, another question is, if you don't mind, what was I going to ask you? Oh, how do you invite people to these meetings, to these calls?
Okay, so yeah, that's a great question. So inside of the tours, let me share my screen again. So when somebody becomes a pre-enrollee, they get emails, and we email them every time we do one of these live presentations. But if you got any type of back office, if you're a pre-enrollee or anything, we have this link right here called webinars. And here's the webinar schedule, and here's where people can register for the webinars. And it's in this side column right here. You can also go to saveclub.com/webinars. I'd set up a forward, but we were having problems with it the other day. It was saveclub.tv, and also pulls this up. So let me see if I can get that link going again. saveclub.tv. Let's see if it works from here. Yeah, so it hasn't been working for everybody. I don't know why. If you have the HTTP or HTTPS, it doesn't go there. But I just typed in saveclub.tv, and then it has the webinar registrations right here and a link to the YouTube.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yep, no problem. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop this recording and just thank everybody for your continued support of what's going on here. And yeah, it's going to be an exciting month here. I've got some notes here of things that we've got to make improvements on, make upgrades with. And, I'm excited to see the day when we get hundreds, then thousands, and tens of thousands of pre-enrollees rolling into the system daily. And, we're going to look at these calls, and they're just going to be packed out. I'm excited to be able to have to expand our Zoom calls to room capacity of over 1,000 and beyond. And that is the door that we're knocking on. And it takes a community. You cannot do this by yourself, and this is what makes this business model so powerful and so timely for 2026. So with that, everybody, thank you. Get your prospects on Wednesday call, and we'll see you then. Have a great